Here it is, early in the morning, and I'm here taking a stroll well, this is actually in the national park. This is Stone Bridge. And I think they call this lake Lily Lake. It's really rather pretty. It's kind of a hidden lake back in here. And talk about hidden, I see someone I know over here doing some plein air painting, I think. Let's go up and take a look and see what she's doing. Hi, Jan.
Hi.
This is Jan Briggs. She's one of the feature artists for August at Artist Workshop Gallery. If I can mosey over here without tripping and knocking her artwork down. What you doing?
I'm painting the bridge and the reflection.
Oh my goodness gracious. Look at that.
It's just kind of roughed in.
Roughed in? What does that mean, roughed in?
It means just kind of sketching in with your paint to get the placement of everything, like where the columns are was the big hard thing for me. And
Okay.
the bridge in. And then I've been trying to get the color of the lake in there to be more realistic.
Okay, wow. I'm gonna, can't zoom in. Let me walk in. Okay. I had to lighten it some because the sunlight is on the other side. So maybe if I walk around you, oh yeah. I can get you. Whoops. And the bridge, well, it's still, there we go. Now more the natural light, and I'm seeing you, and I'm in a tree. Oh, do you do a lot of plein air painting?
I was doing it every spring at Caddo Meadows out of Amity, between Amity and Glenwood.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty place.
Yes, and then every once in a while I'll do at Garvin Gardens for different things. In 2019, the Arts in the Park had an invitational, and I participated in that in the National Park.
Oh,
and
wow.
2 of my paintings from that are on display at the gallery now.
Oh, wow.
And then just various times when things come up. I don't do a whole lot, but I do some.
It's special, isn't it, when you do plein air painting?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know, you get to hear what you're hearing today is the crickets, but
Right.
But
the
it
frogs.
Yeah.
And there are lots of turtles out there. I like to paint turtles on the logs.
Ooh, boy.
There are tons of them.
Oh, this is a pretty lake. I don't know whether many people know about this. It's kind of neat. It's part of the national park, right?
Yes. It was part of the Fordyce. He had 1,200 acres originally, and his son, after his death, donated part of it, a large part, I think, to the national park. There's the original house is up on the hill over there, so that's private property.
That's the one behind those rock little columns on Highway 7. I've always wanted to go back up in there, but it says private, so.
Right.
Yeah.
But it is, yeah.
Oh, now what medium are you painting in?
This is oil. I like it because you can do a lot of wet and wet, and then you can go back and change it if you need to. But like this was reflection of trees, and I'll refine that, put some little parts in here at the darker after a while. And I put a color in right here to get the straw type color that's out there, and then the different greens along the edge. And I came and took pictures before and scouted out to find where I wanted to paint. And then when I did the pictures, I'll go back and do some finishing up in the studio, some finessing.
Oh, okay.
But but the stone bridge had a neat reflection, and it's more like a pond than a lake, but so it's got that coloration of kind of the browns and greens and a little bit of purple down in the dark parts.
Oh, there sure is, isn't there? When I don't know whether the camera's picking it up, but
Well, I put a little right in here, and there'll be some down in. I'll use some purples for the shading underneath where the shadows are under the bridge.
how come you don't use black? Why do you use purple?
I don't use black a lot. I mix a lot of things to make my darks. Like right here, it's really dark. That's a phthalo blue. Sometimes I'll use diazonine purple, or I might use the French ultramarine.
Wow.
And sometimes I'll mix colors together to make a black.
Oh, that's a good idea.
There's a real depth, then sometimes you'll layer them
Okay.
so that I have a medium. And when you glaze with it, then it creates a deeper color.
Okay. Now, when you say medium, what are you talking about?
This is called I think it's called Gamsol. I was going to look before I left home. I just put it in this little jar because it doesn't take very much to smooth the paint out. I'll mix it with my palette knife, put it on here, and just mash it around and mix it. And then that helps it dry a little more quickly.
Oh, okay.
Plus, it creates a smoother finish to it.
Oh, okay, because the paint is kind of thick and...
Yes,
Okay.
and some are thicker than others. Like this one is really thinner. This is the Cinnalair, and this is Winsor & Newton or Grumbacher, I'm not sure which. And it's, you can see, really thick, just like this one.
Oh, okay.
And this purple is one I've never tried before. It's sharp and it's a little more expensive. But,
Looks like it would be a pretty purple.
yeah.
Oh, is that this one right here, this
yes.
lighter purple? Oh, that is
It's
pretty.
called Cobalt Violet Light.
Oh, wow.
And I have a mix of different kinds. I have Daniel Smith White, and it's thicker, and then I have a little bit of Cinnalair White that I had on here already.
Okay. Oh, this is a neat palette that you've got.
Well, this is it's really different. I had to weight it.
Oh, I didn't mean for you.
This is what my husband used in work. They can put paper under here, and they can turn that to hold it down.
Oh, that's
But
cool.
they can put a lot of papers here, forms and things. They have one that's like a 1 inch thick instead of thinner like this. But I read that I have a glass palette with a lid, and it's a metal container and a piece of glass inside. And I read if you put a piece of cork on the corners at the end there, that you can keep it up off the paint. So.
Oh, okay, when you close it up.
Trick,
Oh,
right.
okay.
Unless you put it on so thick like this on top of it,
Yeah.
you can see where different times I've had things stick.
Yeah, but you could mash it down before you closed it up.
you
Yeah.
could.
Oh, that is so cool. I never thought to do that. I like that idea. And what's this gadget you're using on? Is this a special table?
This is a French easel. Yeah, let me show you here. It's a lot of work to get it up. And when you don't use it for a while, it really is a mess to try to figure out. We did a lot of figuring earlier to get the feet out. I didn't try it at home.
That's one of the things I love to watch a beginner set up a French easel.
Yeah, they extend the legs out. A lot of times I'll sit and I'll paint so you can make it shorter. This is just a drawer that goes in it now.
Oh, okay, that stores your paint and stuff.
Yeah, I had all my paints here. And then this back part is an under part, and it has room for brushes and whatever you put in it.
Isn't this what the masters use? It's an old type thing, isn't it? Yeah.
And this one has a strap so you can carry it over your shoulder.
Oh, okay.
What my strong husband did.
Right, they're not light, I know that.
No, I have a dolly. When I take it by myself somewhere, I put it on the dolly to move it.
Move it. Good idea. Good idea.
Makes more sense for me.
So I think you told me earlier, because I did ask her some questions ahead, that you'd been out here about an hour.
Right.
So this is a little bit over an hour's work that you've done.
Right.
Wow, you're really kind of a fast painter.
Well, what I did first is I used my trusty palette knife. Excuse me, allergies.
Oh, yes.
I mixed some and just kind of blotted on in places where I blocked out. I had to readjust the bridge columns because I had some of them off a little. And I had a photograph that I had taken, and I looked at it to judge that part, how far up or down it would go. Because it's important to get, some things have to be right. If they're not believable.
Oh, right, true.
And especially when people come out and look at something that is painted. And I like to paint things from the national park.
Yeah.
I've painted the little pagoda, I don't know how many times,
Oh, my
up on
goodness.
North Mountain.
It's a pretty shape and everything, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a little curved out corner.
Yeah.
And then that stark white with the red roof. But I like to paint also things that are not going to be around all the time.
Definitely.
And I have painted for the featured artist, I painted some flowers this time, sunflowers, and then some petunias in a hanging basket, kind of, you don't see it, but comes down, and then there are petunias on the bottom. Somewhere I saw just the most beautiful combination of colors on somebody's petunias in I think a commercial planting. And so I decided to use that, and I did it all with a palette knife, but it isn't like some people use them where they have a lot of sticking out edges. Mine's kind of scraped down, and I did it using an impasto type thing, which has a resin mixed in with the paint. And then I used this little tool. Here. Just a handy little tool to have. I used it for my palette knife, and I cut in between, and it's got a little
rubber
tip.
tip.
Rubber, yeah.
Okay.
Some of them you can buy have a hard tip on one end and soft on the other, I think, but I like this one. And if I needed to clean away something I painted here, I could just scrape that off.
Oh, okay, and wipe it.
So it's real handy for helping you clean up some edges too, instead of using the brush.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. I never thought to use that. So.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah, sometimes when you cut through something to make a line, it's too thick. So I have an old nut picker, and I pull it through.
Pull it up.
So,
Okay.
Yeah. So some of that was used on that painting also.
Is that the one with the little chipmunk in it?
No,
No,
I didn't
that's a
use
different.
anything like that with it. I used just brushes, and it will be there.
Okay.
And no, I didn't use anything special with it, except maybe one of the brushes that has the uneven ends for some of the hair on the edges.
Okay. Well, we need to just about wrap it up. I want it to fit all on YouTube and on Facebook.
Right.
So is there anything you want to say right quick?
Just be sure and come by and see it. It'll be there all of August until it's sold.
Okay. So that's at Artist Workshop Gallery.
Right.
Jan is feature artist this month, and I believe it's August 5 is Gallery Walk night. And that starts from 5 until 9. So Jan and also the other feature artist, Joy, will be there. So it's a good opportunity to see them. So
you can come and talk to us about our paintings.
Right. I'm excited to see some of your plein air pieces. So.
Thank you.
And thanks for sharing your time with us.
Thank you very much.
Okay. And I don't know about you, but I'm sweating.
Yes, a lot.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, bye.